Alright, so this is a semi-D that's freehold in status right here in D16. We are right at Jalan Angin Laut. We are entering into a land that is 3,820 square feet, huge plot that you can keep for generations to come. Most importantly, it has the potential to go up to 3.5 stories. I'm going to share with you on what this home can potentially become, but in the meantime, you don't actually have to do anything because the condition is fantastic. I think we should flip around and have a look at 3 people there. Let's have a look with us. So welcome to Jalan Angin Laut. This is in the D16 portion. That's right tucked behind the Semi MRT station. If you want to cross across to Expo MRT station, which is the interchange that connects the downtown line with the east-west line, you can do that as well. Also right across SUTD, Singapore Tech and Design University. We are just right across Changi Business Park, which is the main commercial node as well as the main expatriates pool in Singapore. But you're also in very close proximity to Changi Airport. Have a look at the car porch. This can easily park up to 2 huge SUVs. If you have any gatherings, once you open up the automated gate, you can go up to 4 cars. Dotted lines are important because that will mean that on the left and right hand side of the side roads, you can even park more cars. So if you have visitors, that's very flexible. And there's no single or double yellow line on the side of the roads as well. Have a look at the garden plot. This has been fantastically maintained over the years by our owners. Real grass, so I shouldn't say a bit too much, alright. And you also have this beautiful koi pond. Nice deck up here with Chengnai wood. The Chengnai wood extends all the way to this portion here with a very beautiful sheltered sit-down zone that's fantastic for meetings. I'll say that this should be a tea zone right here. Plug points are already done, also flexible in usage if you want to work here. So right beneath this is also the main filtration system. Very easy for maintenance, and the pump that our owner selected is actually one that will prevent any stagnant water, so it's constantly in motion. If you have watched one of our videos at Senate, it was also a huge semi-D on an elevated land plot. This will then give you a glimpse of what the land plot looks like. So in Singapore, if you buy landed properties, there are 2 different versions. One is a flat land kind of version. Either that kind of land comes original or it comes after a rebuilt kind of status. If you see this type of land, this is on an elevated kind of setting. Later as we enter, there's almost like a mezzanine level. So sometimes if you go to like shopping malls, you see like level 1, 1M, level 2, 2M. It's a little bit like mezzanine level, but in our context, I would say that it's like a bonus level for you. So right now, this semi-D freehold in status is sitting on a 3-story landed enclave. When you rebuild in future, it can go up to 3.5 story. However, this home doesn't require a rebuild right now because it's fantastic in status, great in shape. Land size, you're sitting on 3,820 square feet. In terms of build-up area, this is at about 3,400 square feet. The width is 10 meters. The plot depth is 35.5 meters. Spread over 2 levels, 4 beds, 2 ensuite with 2 common baths and a helper's room right at the back, additional granny room right on level 1. So this is also sitting on a north-south orientation kind of land plot, beautiful in terms of direction. So I'm going to bring you in and then we'll chat more. Let's go. Alright, so this is the home. The moment you come in, you realize that the ceiling looks pretty cool because this is almost about 4.3 meters in height. This is like the bonus level that I want to show you. It's almost like an additional mezzanine level, but this comes original when the home was first built. You get an additional beautiful split level between your living area plus your dining zone before you head on to your dry and wet kitchen. Right now, this is great for stay for your family in the next 10, 15 or even 20 years because just have a look at the hall size. You even have 3 separate zoning. Your entrance zoning right here, main living area plus an additional living area right there. So of course you might be wondering, hey Melvin, should I go for like a big land like this one in terms of a semi-D status, or should I go for like the newer version rebuilt from the developers? Newer versions right now in terms of BCA ruling is that the minimum plot size for semi-D must be 200 square meters. That will then translate to about 2,152 square feet. So the new gen size in terms of semi-D land plots, which developers will usually buy over a huge semi-detached plot and then subdivide into 2 different semi-D landed plots. Let me bring up two differential in terms of pricing. Firstly, if you're going for a brand new type, in the market right now, they're asking between 5.8 to 5.9, some even at about 6 million. Build up can go up to about 5,000 or maybe 6,000 square feet. So this kind of land plots, you'll be entering at about $2,000 odd per square foot. This is at about 3,008 square feet right now. In terms of asking price, this home is asking for 5.95 million, 1,500 plus per square foot. And let's have a look at what might potentially happen in the next 5 years. So if you're buying something at about 2,152 square feet, brand new property, if $200 per square foot is the appreciation in the next 3 to 5 years, the quantum appreciation will be different for scenario A and scenario B. Scenario A, you will then appreciate by close to about 430,000. Scenario B, it will then appreciate by close to about 760,000 because you're sitting on a bigger land plot. Every $100 or $200 price appreciation. So if you're hunting for quantum appreciation, then a bigger land plot might be suitable for you. Now, meantime, let me bring you upstairs first. Come, let's go. There's a nice tuck under the stairway storeroom right there, so you can keep all your barang at that direction. This is a beautiful dining space. You can go up to a 10-seater. There's also a nice swivel TV right here that you can spin around. So one of the key benefits of having that split zoning is that when you have a big family living together or you have friends coming over, you can have different kinds of activities at different zonings of the home. Further on, dry kitchen space, wet kitchen. Later we'll head back. I want to draw you to this direction. From the backyard, you'll come to this side garden here that is flush with beautiful artificial carpet grass. This is a real legit jumbo tree. Just have a look at the jumbo fruits right here. So this tree is going to be yours the moment you buy over this Semi-D. So this is a real papaya tree. George just said that you can make papaya milkshake the moment you buy over this home.
So welcome to Jalan Angin Laut. So we are standing at the Semi-D plot in District 16. So this Semi-D is actually standing at a size of 3,821 square feet. We have actually done up this koi pond. So this is also the potential area where if you want to have a lift, you can have this over here. Let me show you the back of the kitchen first because you have a dry kitchen as well as a wet kitchen. So
you have this nice beautiful tree as well. Oh, I think your kids are going to love this. This is going to be like a science lesson, an outdoor class. Just have a look at this. No frogs, alright? Just all real fish. This is the part that allows you to walk down back to where we came from. And the original stairway position was actually right until here before you can head up to the split level zoning. So they actually shifted and they have pushed out all the way to this direction, and that gives you the opportunity and that gives you the luxury to have an additional koi pond plus an outdoor zoning that's being decked up right here. And that also allows you to head back to your dining zone directly. Can't wait to show you our owner's tea collection. This is almost like a, wow. In Chinese we call it like 茶庄, right? But of course this is not included, it's not for sale. Why families choose to go for semi-detached kind of plot is because of the side wall that's openable all the way to the left flank right here. And the beauty is that with the full panel windows, you don't have to then depend on the front and back opening compared to inter-terrace. You have this side wall that allows even your granny room area to walk out to the side garden, and thus you can then reserve the backyard area purely for your services zoning. So our owners have done like 3 different zonings right here in the kitchen. You have this like very chill out secondary dining hall here with a nice round table. And then you have this dry kitchen. A right hand side is acting a little bit like a pantry zone. These are not laminates. These are what we call like a spray finish in the past, so it's very long lasting in terms of kitchen pantry work. Fridge space, tall cabinets for storage. You have a bottom oven area, induction cooker here. As you come for heavy cooking, this is the area that you can cook. You also have an additional helper's room plus a level 1 bathroom right here, and then the backyard area for your laundry space before you head back. Before I bring you out to level 2, we must talk about some of the plans that you could have in the event if you buy over this semi-detached plot. Firstly is to hunt for either a 2.5 story landed enclave or a 3.5 story. Then the beauty is that you're going to have additional build-up area on top of your land compared to a 2.5 story landed enclave. Most of the time, families in 2.5 story landed enclave, they will want to go for a basement level if they need additional build-up area. For 3.5 story, you can have close to about 7,600 square feet of build-up zoning just at the 3.5 story space, because the envelope control height right here is about 15.5 meters. So if you want to have an additional basement as well, that can then go up to about 9,000 plus square feet of build-up area. So let's have a look at some of the numbers if you want to rebuild this place. Firstly, if you want to maximize it with 7,006 build-up area spreading over 3.5 stories, this can potentially give you up to 7 to 8 bedrooms. The floor plans are all drawn out right here for you to have a look. We're going to throw in a lift right there for you. It is easier to put in a lift if you do a rebuild right from scratch. Lift cost actually is very reasonable at about $90,000 to about $100,000 for the lift system itself. But usually when it comes to A&A, the heavy cost comes from the application to BCA as well as the A&A costing. However, when you do a rebuild, lift cost is all plugged in together because you're rebuilding from scratch. So $90,000 for the lift. You want to throw in a pool right at the side garden, that's going to be at about $150,000 to $250,000. Landscaping usually is about $60,000 to $70,000. So these are some of the costing for you to take note. Rebuild cost right now is at about $350 per square foot. So let's take about 7,600 square feet of build-up area. That's going to bring you to about $2.5 or $2.6 million. If you go to the market right now, some semi-Ds with this land plot is already asking at about $8 to $9 million. So that will give you a very good sense of what is the appetite in the market. And this project right here, if you want to rebuild, will then take you at about 16 to 18 months, which is a reasonable time frame for you to plan over the next 2 years. Now, if you want to add on the basement costing is at about $500 per square foot. Why is it higher than a rebuild cost of about $350? Is because basement usually costs a little bit more. So for $500 per square foot, you can recreate an additional 1,900 square feet of build-up space, and that will give you a total built-in of about 9,600 square feet for this semi-D plot. Of course, if you think that this built-in area is too big for a family, then you can take the basement idea away. We'll also have lump in terms of the height recommendation for every level. Your level 1 can be at 3.8 meters, level 2 and 3 at 3.2, and then attic level at about 3.3 meters. All in 7 to 8 bedrooms, perfect for longevity for a family to keep over the years. Now let's head up to level 2. Okay, so we're at level 2. Level 2, you have 2 bedrooms facing towards the back. Main master, of course, needs to enjoy the front. Right opposite me, this is a family area. There's another beautiful zone for your family to chill out right here with a customized sitting bench along the window bay. This can be like a TV zone. It can also be like a board games area. This dedicated study area. If you need an additional bedroom, what you can do is that you can then utilize this area. You can make it into a small bedroom, because if you don't need a family zone, downstairs is already huge enough with a lot of living areas. This can be an additional small bedroom for a super single bed. If you want to keep this beautiful study area, then I think you should keep it. So bathroom is definitely huge. 3 different areas. King bed area, just like a hotel suite. Living area within your master, sliding panel that heads into your private collection for your clothes. Whoa, look at this. It's your own private ensuite with a beautiful rain shower that is done. Also, you get to enjoy good ceiling height right here in your ensuite. And let me show you the front. You're gonna see that building right there, that's Institute of Technical Education. So one of the beauty of living in this enclave is that you have a lot of different kind of transportation nodes to head out to different directions. So if you turn left towards Upper Changi Road, that will then bring you to TPE and then follow on towards SLE. So that will bring you to Tampines, Pasir Ris region. If you head right side, that will then bring you towards Sealin Avenue. You can then head on from there towards ECP directly towards City. If you want to travel directly downwards a little bit towards Tanah Merah, you can also cut towards Bedok South, and that will bring you towards Upper East Coast Road, the Bayshore area, and then you'll head towards the East Coast Belt as well. So very close proximity to a lot of places. And most importantly, Simei is a direct east-west line that also heads downwards towards Raffles Place and City Hall. Very easy from east towards the town area. Master room size, great. No direct afternoon sun coming into all the bedrooms as well. As I flip back, 2 huge sized bedrooms over here, and I need to show you this. This is like a skylight My goodness, look at this. 4.3 meter ceiling skylight in a common bathroom. You have an additional ensuite bathroom inside the common bedroom as well. So this room can act like a junior master for you. And then as you head towards this bedroom, this is the only room without the common ensuite. Alright, so we hope that you enjoyed this home tour with us at Jalan Angin Laut. This is almost like in a painting like that, right? So this beautiful landscaping is for you to keep. I love this outdoor Chengai shelter as well. This is so beautiful. I think most importantly, this land plot is a store of value in terms of its land size because you are buying something that's 3,820 square feet. Not easy to get nowadays, especially if you want an existing home that is like a move-in kind of condition like this one. And if you want to have a look at this place, give George and Patricia a call to have a look. We're going to show you the landed report. Once again, thank you for following Propertylimbrothers landed home tour series. My name is Melvin Lim, Propertylimbrothers. As always, happy to show the place. Take care. 还有这两位，来翻一些 BTS 哦。昨天一大堆人，他们8个人来这边吹那个屋子，流太多汗了。以前我来其实是没有流汗的。阿飞我嫁给我，不是我嫁给他，是我娶了我老婆后来，我们的 genes 交换，因为他以前是很容易流汗，我是没有流汗。阿飞我们结了婚哦，我们的 DNA exchange， 我一直流汗，他现在没有流汗了。